it is proposed that the first presidency sustain Russell Marion Nelson as prophet, seer, and revelator, and President of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.
With the help of 2 Hebrew scholars, I learned that one of the Hebraic meanings of the word Israel is "let God prevail." Imagine my delight when I was led recently to a new insight. I learned that one of the Hebraic meanings of the word Israel is "let God prevail." This is not the Church of Emmanuel, Christ of Latter-day Saints, of Joseph Smith. This is the Church of Jesus Christ.
Travis Wayne Goodsell. Just finished the episode of In Plain Sight where Mary brought home a wedding dress magazine for her sister to look through and had her recommendation. That's my turf. That's what I want to do. Look through magazines of women and wedding dress fashion or whatever. That's the picture. Yeah, there we go. So this video will be put up 3 weeks from today. So I will be spending the rest of my life obtaining wedding dress pictures. Well, yep. So Jeff Smith is, he's so smart, he owned me on my going savage on any threat to the church. Yeah, he's not stupid. He's so intelligent. Jeff Smith. I don't think this guy has a clue what the heck he is talking about. Plus, I will rely on the magnificent scholars who translated the Hebrew, Aramaic, and Greek scriptures into English. And actually, I am sure could hold an intelligent conversation. This guy cannot. I guess he would know. He owned me. Yep. All follow Jeff. All bow and worship Jeff. He knows. And so now we have Smith. Are you related? Going savage. The Smiths are coming out on savage. Galatians 1:6-12. I'm not going to... he's using the New King James Version. I'm seeing a pattern there. Excuse me. Galatians 1:6-12. Seeing a pattern. All these brilliant people are owning me. I marvel that ye are so soon removed from him that called you into the grace of Christ unto another gospel. Which gospel? We're not done yet. Which is not another, but there be some that trouble you, and would pervert the gospel of Christ. But though we, or an angel from heaven, preach any other gospel unto you than that which we have preached unto you, let him be accursed. And as we have said before, so say I now again, if any man preach any other gospel unto you than that ye have received, let him be accursed. Is it just to 9? To 12. For do I now persuade men or God? Or do I seek to please men? For if I yet pleased men, I should not be the servant of Christ. But I certify you, brethren, that the gospel which has been preached of me is not after man. For I neither received it of man, neither was I taught it, but by the revelation of Jesus Christ. Okay? So he owned me. He knows. I mean, these two Smiths, they know their scriptures, their God, the brilliance of translation. And he's using the new. So let's check out the new Blue Letter Bible. Blue Letter Bible. Blue Letter Bible. Galatians. And we need to go to New King James Version. All right. I marvel that you are turning away so soon from him who called you in the grace of Christ to a different gospel, which is not another, but there are some who trouble you and want to pervert the gospel of Christ. But even if we, or an angel from heaven, preach any other gospel to you than what we have preached to you, let him be accursed. As we have said before, so say I now again, if anyone preaches any other gospel to you than what you have received, let him be accursed. For do I now persuade men or God? Or do I seek to please men? For if I still please men, I would not be a bondservant of Christ. But I make known to you, brethren, that the gospel of Christ, which was preached by me, is not according to man. For neither I received it from man, nor was I taught it, but it came through the revelation of Jesus Christ. So, not too much of a difference. Pretty much the same. And it was a Provo newspaper some 15 years ago that had reported that the church is the only religion left that uses the King James Version of the Bible. All other Christian religions have a different Bible translation. And it's well established and well known that the King James Version sucks. But there's another issue of translation that nobody seems to understand. No, not one at all. Because who is this Jesus Christ? Who is he? Tell me. Oh, he's the Christian Jesus. Or is he a Nazarite? Who is he? For this, we go to Matthew, because this shows that the Galatians was written after Matthew. The book of the generations of Jesus Christ, the son of David. Okay? This is who he's referring to. The Jewish author of Galatians is referring to the Jewish author of Matthew. And so we get to the part, now the birth of Jesus Christ was on this wise. An angel of the Lord, uh-oh, drink while I'm laughing. Angel of the Lord appeared unto Joseph and said, hey, no. Jesus, not Emmanuel, is coming, and he's going to preach another gospel. Contrary to the Jews. You think you can own me? Oh my God. And so yes, the first Smith was referring to the first vision of Joseph Smith and his comment. Oh dear God, guys. Why? You don't know, so just admit you don't know. Don't make stuff up to think you're going to own me, to think you're going to trick me. Dear God. And so, it gets even worse than this, Christians, and Mormons by extension. There's this passage in a Jewish book called the Exodus, chapter 20. And God spake all these words, saying, I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. Thou shalt not have other gods before me. Have no other gods before me. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven images, or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them. For I, the Lord thy God, am a jealous God, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children unto the third and fourth generation of them that hate me, showing mercy unto thousands of them that love me and keep my commandments that he just said. Thou shalt not take the name of the Lord thy God in vain, for the Lord will not hold him guiltless that taketh his name in vain. What is his name? Is this Jesus? This was a Jew. Who wrote it? He had a Jewish religion and a Jewish Christ and a Jewish interpretation. So is it Jesus of Constantine's created Christianity? Maybe it's Allah created by Mohammed of Islam. Maybe it's Brigham Young who turned Joseph Smith's Emmanuel into Jesus. You don't know, and you just attack. You have no clue what you're talking about. And so, yeah, yet again, Dewey says, as on when Mormon women turn wicked, the LDS Church is ripe for destruction. As Daniel prophesied, the church will never be destroyed. Well, he's referring to Nebuchadnezzar's dream, like I had a dream this morning. And in that dream, he sees an idol god statue with different metals and describes them all the way down to the toes. And Christians all assume that, the rock that rolls from the mountain is their Christian Church of Constantine, with Jesus as the Christ. And so, oops. Nope, you're the feet of iron from Rome mingled with clay. And the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints claims they're the rock instead of Christians. But they claim that they're the feet, but not the feet, but the rock, but the feet. What? When you turn Emmanuel into Jesus, that's what you've done, dumbasses. You don't study, you don't go to experts in the field. You just go to people who tell you what you want to believe. And you get punked. And you get humiliated when you think you're gonna go up and confound an expert. Dear God. Having stated that, you're gonna base your further information off of the incorrect premise that you just gave me. Good thinking. That'll own me. I have noticed that a lot of them have gotten proud, and as the 3rd chapter of Isaiah states. However, the biggest problem that I have noticed is the political correctness disease. Oh, you didn't say woke. Which has spread all over the church. The church is becoming woke? And that political correctness, as they want to believe, becomes the truth for them. Dewey, you're doing the same thing that you're accusing other Mormons of doing. Beam and Mote. Oh, right, that's from the Bible. And plagiarized in the Book of Mormon. Dear God, you all claim to be experts, you all claim you can own me and know better, and yet you just humiliate yourselves time and 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 time again. Wow, YouTube didn't flag Billy Gray. Dear God. And never mind what the many prophets and apostles or even the scriptures themselves state. You have no clue what the scriptures state. You don't pay attention to what the prophets state, because if Jesus isn't true and it's a violation of the 10 Commandments, which that too is in the Book of Mormon, remember? 10 Commandments. Abinadi. 10 Commandments. Which means it's not Jesus. Again. But Jesus is in there in 3 Nephi chapter 11, verse 8. He's there. So he's in the New Testament too. Dear God. Jesus is a Jewish name turned Greek. Just unbelievable. So much ignorance. And it's a plague upon our society. Why hell, Billy? Oh man, YouTube. Dear God, what is wrong with YouTube? He's threatening violence, YouTube, with language. And YouTube did not flag him? Hell in a handbasket, I tell you. Hell in a handbasket. So nobody's even going to bother to learn who I am. The decipherer of Paleo-Hebrew. And thus the decipherer of Egyptian. No, Travis, they already had a translation of Egyptian. It's already done. You don't even want to bother to figure it out, do you? You're just assuming you're going to own me. Dear God, stay away. You are the enemy, and the church is planning on murdering you. I'm trying to warn you, but you don't care. You're going to die in the bus. Which technically was a flood, but